Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. And if you are new here, my name is Dani. I create content about all things green beauty. Today's video is super exciting. I am doing a collaboration video with Pammy Cosmetix. I'll have her channel linked down below. Today, what we decided to do was we gave each other a variety of our favorite clean beauty makeup products, and we decided, so we did a couple products from each makeup category, like bronzer, lipstick, or just lip product, blush, etc., and we had the other person choose which one they wanted to use. So we did pick out of our favorites. So I gave her my favorites, a variety to choose from, and then she gave me her favorites, a variety to choose from, and then we went ahead and we picked for the other person which product we wanted them to use from each category. I hope that made sense. So Pammy is a little bit newer to YouTube, but she is doing so good. I have been loving watching her videos. She makes a lot of one brand makeup looks, so she'll choose a makeup brand and do a full face using their products. And I love watching those types of videos because it really helps to give you an idea of a brand and just figure out which products you'd be interested in trying and purchasing. So I have really been enjoying watching her videos. So if you do like watching one brand full face makeup look, I think that you would absolutely love her channel. So definitely after you watch this video, go ahead and head on over to her channel, give her some love, subscribe. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this fun pink spring makeup look, I would love it if you would keep on watching. And also don't forget to head over to Pammy's channel after you watch this so that you can see the look that she created using the products from her favorites that I chose for her to use for the video. So let's just go ahead and get right into creating this look. Alright, so to start off for foundation, Pammy picked the Pacifica, a light clean foundation, and this is an oil-free foundation. I really like this foundation. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I have this in the shade 32LL. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna build it up a little bit in the areas where I want a little bit more coverage. Right now I feel like it's almost looking like a light coverage. Now I feel like this can build up to about a medium or even full coverage, but right now, probably because I'm using a damp sponge, it seems to be really shearing it out. But I do like how that looks. I think that it gives a really nice skin-like and more natural finish, so I do like that. But because of that, I do want to add a little bit more so I can get some more coverage, because as you might be able to tell before I put the foundation on, my skin is pretty mad right now. I think it's just a combination of being kind of stressed and then also just not eating the way I should be, not eating healthy enough. So my skin's a little unhappy right now. And then I also want to bring this down the neck a little because I don't want my face to look like a completely different color than my neck. That never looks too good. So I still think this is about a almost light to medium coverage, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as that. I don't think that it needs to look perfect. It's okay if a little imperfections show, at least in my opinion. I don't mind it. I like that it still gives a nice natural seamless look. It looks nice and skin-like, and this has a bit of a dewy finish. It says anti-shine plus satin finish, but because I do have like oily combination skin, I feel like it just still leaves a dewy finish, not really anti-shine necessarily for my skin type. Alright, so now moving on to concealer. For concealer, Pammy picked out the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer, and I love this concealer. I use it all the time. Probably my most used concealer, at least as of recently. I absolutely love it. I have two shades here. I have the shade Yucca SC2 and also Chicory SC1. I use SC1 under my eyes because it is brightening. This is a little bit of a lighter shade. And then SC2 I like to use for spot concealing because I feel like it matches my skin tone better. So I'm just applying this lighter shade under my eyes, a little bit on the T-zone, maybe a little on the chin. Honestly, I never really do that though. I normally literally just put it under my eyes, at least for the brighter shade, and then I'll use the darker shade to conceal. And then actually, I also want to bring that same concealer onto the eyelids to create an even base for the eyeshadow later. Alright, so now I'm going to spot conceal with SC2. Alright, so I'm looking shinier than I want to be, so now I'm going to move on to powder. And for powder, she chose the Well People Bio Base Baked Foundation. This is in the shade 3 Medium Golden. And this foundation actually looks really nice on its own. I have used it on its own quite a few times, and I really like how it looks. Really just helps to even out the skin tone, smooth everything out, so I really do like this. And normally I don't necessarily use this for a setting powder, but sometimes I do like to use it as a setting powder. Just because it does have a little bit of pigment to it, so it helps to give a little bit more coverage. Applying the powder also on the eyelids to create an even base. So for the eyes, I'm going to use the Illuvina palette. I actually have 2 of their palettes here. I have done a video all about these eyeshadow palettes. They're so pretty. Okay, just dropping everything. So these are both of the palettes. They are so gorgeous, so fun, so many just fun, bright colors in here. So I'm not totally sure which one I'm going to use. I might actually just kind of use a combination of both of them. To start off, I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is like a taupey brown shade. I think that this type of shade just works really great to just pop in the crease, create that kind of even transition shade. And on a day-to-day basis, I would totally just leave it as that. For like an everyday makeup look, I would just do a taupey brown shade in the crease, and then I'm good to go. But I'm gonna have a little bit more fun with this today. I'm gonna add some color because why not? It's spring. Let's just have fun with these colors. And I've been wanting to try out a lot of these shades because there's so many fun shades in here. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit. As I'm applying this eyeshadow, if anything looks a little bit off, like looks like a little bit messy, don't worry, I'm gonna be fixing it later. Also, I'm not an expert at eyeshadow, so I'll be cleaning it up the best I can afterwards. And I'm also gonna apply the taupey brown shade to the lower lash line. I think I'm actually gonna play with all these pink shades. So there's these 2 right here that like light, very shimmery pink, and then kind of almost like burgundy type of pink, and then also these pink shades right here. There's this light like baby pink type of color, and then also this light shimmery pink color. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with all of them and see what I can create. A nice, hopefully a nice fun pink spring type of makeup look. I'm gonna start off with this matte pink shade right here, this baby pink shade. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid for like a nice even matte finished base to have that light pink, baby pink base. And then I'm just brushing off the crease brush a little bit to get off any excess product, and then I'm just working it through again, just blending everything out, make sure there aren't any harsh lines and just that it looks nice and even. So now I am gonna go into this darker burgundy pink type of shade, and I'm gonna apply this to the outer portion of the eye to create some depth in here. You could definitely use a more precise fluffy brush if you wanted, but I have limited brushes with me right now, so I'm just working with what I have. And I'm actually going to bring this into this inner area as well. It would definitely work better if I had a more precise brush to get in here, but we'll clean it up later. I'm just going to keep building this up until I get the desired color that I want. This also works, these shadows also work really good with your finger if you want to build up that pigment. Now I'm going to take this shimmery pink shade right here, and I'm just going to pop this all over the lid. take this darker burgundy shade again, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to the lower lash line. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go back to this palette here, and I'm gonna use this shimmery pink. Just gonna make sure that I really blend everything out because it is looking a bit uneven right now. Or just a little messy. Oh no! Actually, I'm just gonna use the rest of the foundation I have on my finger just to clean up the sides here. Okay, now I'm gonna continue to blend out the eyeshadow. So now let's move on to bronzer, get some color back into this face. So for bronzer, she picked up the Kayer Weiss bronzer. This is what it looks like right here. Super gorgeous and luxurious packaging, and they do have a refill for this, so if you wanted to not get the packaging, it is cheaper, it's more affordable. So if you wanted to do it that way, you can definitely just purchase the refill version of this. I really like this bronzer. I think it looks really nice on the skin, nice, subtle, and it's not orange or anything like that. And I'm not gonna do like the typical where you just go in this motion. I'm actually gonna kind of be a little bit more free with it, I guess, because sometimes when I do the bronzer like this, it can get like a little bit like a harsh line there, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna go a little bit more freely with it, almost a little bit applying on the cheeks. Also, I feel like that is more naturally where the sun hits your face anyway, so I just think that that looks nice as well. And then taking a little bit of the excess and applying it to the nose. So now let's move on to blush. So for blush, she picked out the PYT Beauty Heartbeat Cheek color, and this is in the shade Head Rush. This is a really gorgeous, almost like peachy, pinky type of shade, and it has a little bit of sparkles in it, and the sparkles do show up a little bit on the skin. Not like huge chunks of glitter, but you can definitely very much see the bits of glitter on your skin. So if you don't like that, you might not like this, but I think it's really pretty, and I definitely have really nice color for the spring as well. Okay, next up is highlighter, and for highlighter she picked out the Milk Makeup Flex highlighter, and this is in the shade Iced. I did do a full face of Milk Makeup a little while back, and I did use this highlighter in that video. If you are interested in checking that out, I will have that video linked in the description box below, or I'll put a card up in the video. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. So pretty. And whew, as you can see, it has got that glam power. You can make this look more natural if you want. However, I feel like it's very easy to get that almost like full-on glam look with this highlighter. Just, it doesn't take a lot of product to get that big time glow going. Okay, and then I'm also going to take the same highlighter, and I'm going to use just a more precise brush to apply this to the brow bone. Alright, so now we can't forget the eyebrows, very important. I'm going to go in with I'm going to do two eyebrow products. So she did choose the Jane Iredale eyebrow product, and because this is a brow gel, it isn't super precise. So I'm actually going to use another eyebrow pencil on top of, or before this. This is a more precise eyebrow product, and this is the PYT Beauty. This is their POV brow pencil, and this is in the shade Taupe. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply the Jane Iredale brow gel on top of this. You could totally use this alone if you wanted, but I wanted to get a little bit more of a precise brow for this look, so I did go ahead and use that other brow pencil, but you could definitely use this alone if you wanted. This gives a nice tint to it, a nice color to it, and then it also kind of helps to set the brows in place as well. Lastly is the lips, and for the lips I'm going to use the Kosas Weightless Lip Color in the shade Rosewater. I love this shade. I use it all the time. Perfect everyday pink color. If you have watched a variety of my videos, you might have already seen me use this several times. I love it. It's so gorgeous. I think this look is a really good color for this eyeshadow look as well. Just gonna really build this up. I said that was the last thing. That is not true. Mascara. How can I forget mascara? So I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. For mascara, she picked out the Ilia Beauty Limitless Lash Mascara. This is like my favorite mascara, at least as of quite a while. For several months, this has been my go-to clean beauty mascara. Alright you guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I really like how this came together. Definitely a very like bright, outgoing look. I love pink eyeshadow. It is like my favorite. It's so fun when I want to add a little bit of color. Pink is definitely kind of the colors that I do like to go for. I think they're super fun, or like bronzy colors. I like that, but I guess that's not super colorful. But I really like how this look came together. I think that this lip color goes perfectly with it. So great job, Pammy. I absolutely love all the products that you picked out. I think that created this beautiful look. I am loving this. I think I might even be recreating this sometimes, but I really like this, and I hope that you guys all enjoyed watching this. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to head over to Pammy's channel so you can check out the look that she created featuring the products that I picked out for her out of her favorites. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.